what it is, what it be like.
What it do?
We back again, good people, for another episode
Huh.
of Under the Influence Podcast.
Episode 118.
118.
118.
Man, we've been really doing this for a while now, ain't we, bro?
Yeah, it's one with the one forever.
Yeah, one infinity. one infinity link. We've been doing this shit for a while now, man.
Yeah.
We damn near like pod professionals.
Yeah, somewhat. Almost.
I mean,
We getting there.
yeah,
Growth.
yeah. I told somebody the other day they was asking about the pod, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and check it out. We got a few episodes on YouTube. He's like, how many? I was like, it was a few weeks ago. I said, we just put episode 115 on there the other day. He said, 115? I said, yeah, man. Go watch, go listen to that shit anywhere you feel like listening to it, man.
Hell yeah.
How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm alright. Like I said, I'm a little irritated. Got another fucking toothache. I got some fucked up teeth. So,
Man,
and I take care of them. That's the fucked up part.
some people, it's weird because my mom's like that. She brush floss, just nigga. My whole life, she crowns and root canals, and
Yeah.
I ain't never had a cavity.
Ouch.
Never had a cavity. Damn, never nothing. Mom, she's gonna get that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how my daddy teeth is.
Shit, I done lost teeth playing basketball.
That's crazy.
Catching the elbow, fractured the tooth.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all bad.
Yeah. At least you not like, I got my own boy, Kenny. I know you don't watch this, so you ain't got to worry about me talking about it. Kenny should just fall out.
Oh,
Like
Tommy knockers.
if you saw Kenny teeth, you'd think he smoked meth. And I know Kenny doesn't smoke meth. Kenny teeth just,
It's just probably something hereditary.
I call that nigga reverse Benjamin Button. His hair started going gray when we was teenagers. He got it.
I had to think about what you. I'm like, what the fuck is Benjamin Button? Oh, yeah.
That nigga hair started going gray when we was teenagers, bro. The nigga teeth just be falling out his head like he's a 90-year-old man.
That's crazy.
That shit's wild.
That is crazy, man.
That shit's wild. Well, yeah, we here again this week.
Yeah, we are. You know what I'm saying? I had a good little week. Yeah, I want to shout out to the Roundtrees, former guest B9, Miss Candy. You know what I'm saying? Had a little adventure up in Michigan, and shit was cool.
That's what's
You know what I'm
happening.
saying? Happy birthday, B9.
Happy birthday, B9.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
guy. Good nigga there.
Hell yeah.
But rest in peace to my cousin Junior.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, it's all good. He just passed the other day.
All right,
Caught the
please.
family off guard, so you know, rest in peace, love you, cuz. But shit happens when you rotate. Now you rotate.
Understood.
You know, all's fair in love and war type action.
Yeah. A lot of people understand that, but you know, they will one day, hopefully.
Listen, man, certain things you just kind of expect to go a certain way, and when it goes that way, you can't really sit around and be too distraught about it. Of course, you sad, but you can't be too distraught. It ain't like,
It comes with the territory.
yeah,
And the thing is, when you're playing that game, you know.
yeah,
And everybody around you should know. So,
yeah. Like that, not like it came out of left field. Like that young man that got smashed by the dump truck the other day. Did you see that?
where?
It was up north somewhere.
Here in the city?
He's actually related to Eugene, to Gene Bob.
Wow.
He was sitting at the light. I saw it on the news and all that shit, but then I was talking to Gene Bob and them. They got a cousin named Kim who be coming through. Kim was telling me about it today because I saw it on the news, but he was telling me all this stuff, detail. But the young man was just sitting at the light, chilling.
Yeah.
Dump truck come around the corner. He's coming down speeding and went to make the turn, and the motherfucker flipped and it landed on his car and killed him.
Damn.
I said, that's some Final Destination shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. to that young man.
Yeah, R.I.P. I don't have his name, but
That's
R.I.P.
a sad situation.
Yeah, terrible.
You can't see that coming.
At
You can't
all.
think about that coming.
At all.
It just happened.
There's no way to foresee that. There's no way to prepare for anything like that. From what I understand, he kind of saw it was coming and was trying to get out the other side of the car and couldn't get out the passenger door in time. And
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So rest in peace. Rest in peace. Before we get going, I'm going to tell y'all what was wrong with me last week. Tell y'all about this terrible, terrible travesty that happened to my nuts.
It is what it is.
Because, so if you're a fan of the pod, you watched the pod last week, you could visibly see that I was in distress. I had my hat on. I was hiding from the camera. I was seizing up and wincing every time. I was at the gym. I was working out. 2 days before the pod? Before we recorded?
Yeah, it was.
3, because we even put the pod off a day because I was like, bro, I'm in too much pain to do the pod. So we put it off a day. So I was at the gym, working out, felt some weird shit, stopped working out, came home, sat down, chilled out. And in the process of sitting home, chilling out, trying to figure it out, my nuts swelled up to the size of tennis balls, people. Tennis balls. I put everything I could get my hands on out my freezer on my nuts that day. I had the peas, I had the bag of the pizza rolls, I had to throw all that shit away. I was taking frozen bottles of water and just shoving them in my pants. Anything I could get that was cold to go anywhere near my nuts. I did that. And then once the swelling went down in my nuts, the pain shot into my kidneys. And like swole my kidneys up.
Ooh.
And bro, I have never been. I've been through a lot in my life. We've talked about a lot of it on here. I have never been in that level of pain ever before.
Ouch.
Where they end up having to put me on painkillers, muscle relaxers, antibiotics, and steroids.
Shit. How long did it take before it started working, before you started feeling the effects?
I was alright by the weekend.
All right.
I was alright. I was moving around by Sunday.
Okay.
Like, actually like moving and not like, oh, I'm fucking dying. Like,
Right.
I just took my last steroid this morning. I had to do like a 10-day regimen of steroids or some shit.
Oh, shit. Let's get those muscles back together.
Which is why I can drink, because I couldn't.
Yeah, you didn't drink last week.
I drank, but I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
Remember, I didn't take none of my meds that
No,
day.
that's true. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I ain't take no meds that day so I could be aware. Because I was hiding a bitch the day before. They had me on them motherfucking perkies.
When you put that picture on Facebook, I had to hit you like, hey, you good?
Yeah. He's like, you gonna be straight?
Is you coming home? They keep you? What they doing?
Mm-hmm.
What they say you is?
What?
They say you can come home.
What they said you is? What they say
They
you
said
is?
they gonna do operation. What they said you is?
Yeah. I know I had to go back in there because they had to make sure it wasn't a hernia and shit. They had to do
But of course.
They had to do that to feel around. And, I got them prior issues with my stomach and having them
Right.
surgery, so they had to feel around. They had to do a MRI. They had to do what they do to pregnant women? Sonogram.
Sonogram.
Yeah, with the thing so they could see. They did
Jelly
that.
and shit.
They did that, and then they tested my piss and shit to make sure I hadn't caught no type of infection.
Right. And had no probably traces of blood.
Yeah.
In the urine.
Which they said that I didn't, but they put me on the antibiotics preemptively just in case
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because, I mean, you tore something. You tore a muscle.
yeah,
Much, so, yeah.
yeah, that shit, man, that shit was rough, bro. When I say I have never been in there, bro, I've been shot, I've been stabbed, car accidents, I've been hit in the head with baseball bats, I've broken limbs and fingers, feet, hand, knees. Bro, I got blew up by a car one time.
You cut yourself open?
I cut my, I
Yeah.
cut this thumb off.
That's what I'm saying.
I cut it off. I got blew up by a car one time, bro. On like some backdraft movie shit, bro. The dope boy was there. I flew like 40 feet, man. A piece of shrapnel cut through my ear, cut my ear almost halfway off. I super glued it back together.
Oh.
I didn't have no eyebrows and eyelashes and shit for months. My whole face was.
I'm not trying to laugh at that, but just the way you said it.
Dope thought I was dead. The shit blew up. He was like, ah! I popped out the fire like I'm here.
Damn it, Marty.
And with all that being said, bro, I've never been in that level of pain. One of them days, I think it might have been. Alright, it was Wednesday, and this was the reason that I called you and was like, bro, we got to do the pod the next day.
Yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was.
I stepped out the motherfucking the bed, and this level of pain shot through my whole body. You ever been in so much pain, like your body goes into defense mode and just starts sweating profusely?
Mm-hmm. It gets hot.
Yeah, because you just in so. Bro, I stood in my room holding the wall and sweat through a whole t-shirt, just in immense pain.
I understand.
For like 25 minutes. Then finally it kind of like went away, and I took a pill while I was standing there in that pain, and I kind of just stood there dying while the pill kicked in.
Yeah, at that point I would have chewed that motherfucker up and swallowed it.
And it was me being hard-headed because I'm not a fan of pills.
I'm not either.
So I was, if I could thug it through, I wasn't taking them. Nigga, my body was like, nigga, take it or die. I almost passed out, bro.
This is excruciating, nigga. We need some help.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we ain't gonna be able to fight this one off. No. We need some help, buddy.
But I'm alive, so we here, and I ain't got no hat on. I'm looking in the camera. I'm functioning. I can actually pay attention to what my brother's over here talking about, because you was saying some shit. I was like, what did bro just say? I'm dying over here. I gotta respond.
So what are you saying, Todd?
Yeah. With all that said, man, we here, man. We here.
Yeah.
How you want to kick this thing off, man?
I got like 5 currents. Like kind of, yeah. Fuck it. I got courtroom suicide, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I should say attempts.
Okay.
But courtroom suicide. Man attempts courtroom suicide with poison Snickers bar as guilty verdict is read.
This nigga tried to Romeo and Juliet himself.
Yeah. It says an elderly Australian man found guilty of sexually abusing a young girl more than 30 years ago responded to the jury's verdict by taking a poisoned Snickers bar from his pocket and biting into it.
Nigga tried to hit himself with what they used to have in the war, the cyanide
capsules.
Nigga tried to hit himself with a cyanide capsule.
It says the poison damaged his kidneys, and he injured his shoulder and dislocated a finger as he fell to the dock. But the 76-year-old's attempt to escape justice failed. After months of treatment, he revived this nigga. Following his apparent suicide attempt, he survived and now faces a decade behind bars for his crimes. The case echoes that of the convicted Bosnian Croat war criminals, blah, blah, blah. I don't Slobodan.
Yeah, one of them places.
This is his name.
Oh, what? That's his name?
Slobodan.
We're gonna call him fuckhead.
Look, Slobodan. Slobodan Praljak.
Oh yeah.
I ain't saying that one again. Who stood up in the dock and drank a fatal shot of poison after losing an appeal at the Yugoslav War Crimes Court in The Hague in 2017. So he copied somebody's shit.
Mm.
It says,
he was trying to do what another motherfucker did.
Yeah, it says
he wasn't successful.
Nope. It says reported. It was reported that the Australian man who was not been named to protect his victim. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Began abusing the girl in rural Victoria after the death of her father when she was just 4 years old. Prosecutor said the abuse continued for a decade, and he threatened to kill her. He threatened to kill her other family members if she told anyone.
Damn.
Said the man quietly took the candy bar from his pocket as the jury started to deliver his verdict 3 months ago. He was found guilty of 2 counts of sexual child penetration of a child under 16 and 2 counts of committing indecent acts with a child under 16. Yeah.
I hope they kept him alive so he can go
Oh,
see.
Yeah, did them 10 years. They kept him alive.
They should, I don't know them motherfuckers that's convicted of shit like that, man. They should put them all in like a room and let Buddy just go crazy.
Who's Buddy?
You know who Buddy is. He's a warrior.
Oh. That'd be his job.
Yeah.
I'm clocking in, boys.
That'd be the way he, you know.
He could get a little gang of niggas.
Yeah. They should just let him go crazy, man. All the booty he can handle, man. What's his name? Fleece Johnson. All the booty he can handle, man.
He, like you said, he got a wife. He said, all she want to do is talk about coochie.
Coochie.
And nigga said it sadly, too. I want booty.
That nigga was, when one nigga was interviewing him, he said, so you don't think you was a handsome man?
I saw that.
he said, bro,
I don't mean it in that way. I'm just saying.
Bro, please stop.
I'm just saying. You attractive.
He said, if we was in jail, I'd have you. Yeah.
He said, what? He said, I'm telling you. I'd have you.
But they need to take them niggas like that, man. They need to take Fleece on like a nationwide tour. And they should just, or they could just, because I think they should make like a giant, like Supermax prison in the middle of the country, like Idaho or some shit.
You sound like George Carlin.
It's a great idea.
He said that.
Yeah.
He said take one of them fucking flat states and divide it up. And you put these motherfuckers over here with these people and these over here. And he said every now and then there's a little square container in the middle. You let them all in there at once.
See what happens. But like I personally feel like the molesters and the rapists and all that, but they should all go over there.
They should be put that way. That's what they tried to do with Australia.
Yeah.
And you see what's happening there.
But they let him
and that's where he's from.
Yeah. They let him, but I mean, I think they should make like a super max penitentiary.
No, I get
that's for them. And they should have all types of crazy shit in there. Chemical castration, Fleece Johnson, there used to be this nigga in the penitentiary system here in the city in Indiana. I think he's dead over there. His name was Big Panties. Big old black buff nigga used to take it from niggas. They should just send them niggas in there weekly and just let them
have at it.
Have at it.
Because of the crimes that they committed. I feel you though.
Yeah. You touching little kids, raping old women, raping boys. No.
I just think they should be put with the general population. They shouldn't have their own. They shouldn't have their own section or special section that they go to.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do time.
Yeah.
If I'm out here and I get into a fight with somebody and something happens to that man, you know what I'm saying, I go to fucking prison.
Mm-hmm.
You touched a fucking child and fucked their lives up forever. You should be.
And it's so frowned upon. They don't want to put them with general public because they know what's going to happen to them.
But of course,
you need to go ahead and let that happen to them.
You know.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let that happen to them. This got a recurring theme on this here episode.
All right.
The theme is you niggas is going to jail.
You niggas is going to jail.
And when I say niggas, I'm referring to law enforcement officers.
The motherfuckers from Memphis.
Do I got a nigga from Memphis?
Oh no, I thought you.
No. I'm talking about cops.
Yeah, cops.
Which ones you talking about?
What's his name? Tyree. the gang of black cops that fucked with that dude because it was about the girl or whatever.
Oh no! I don't even have that.
Okay. But they had an update on that. I just thought you was gonna pick it up.
Nope, I don't have that. I got an update on that one from here that stomped that nigga in his head for no apparent reason.
Okay.
The captain.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Kind of, sort of.
Where we at? I lost. There we go. Indianapolis. He was a sergeant. Indianapolis police sergeant who stomped on a man's face sentenced to 1 year, 1 day in federal prison.
Damn.
He was a black dude. I don't know if you remember the video. Remember the dude with the dreads and he was, I don't even want to call it resisting, but
he wasn't resisting.
And they put him on the ground, and when they put him on the ground, the nigga ran up and stomped him in the face and said, "You're done."
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He's going to federal penitentiary for a year and a day.
Year?
Yep.
Good. I hope there ain't no special segment to us. No special.
Probably not in the feds. The feds don't be giving a fuck about none of that.
Oh yeah.
Eric Huxley, 44, a former Indianapolis police sergeant, was sentenced to 1 year in prison for violating Jermaine Vaughn's civil rights after police body cam video showed Huxley stomping on Vaughn's face while he was handcuffed during an arrest in 2021. In addition to the prison sentence, he was sentenced to 6 months of home detention and 18 months of supervised release. Huxley was suspended without pay by the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and has been subsequently terminated after following his sentence. So he got a year in the joint, 6 months on house arrest, and 18 months of probation, and he lost his job.
He can never be a cop again.
You know,
or can he?
I don't know would it be in federal, because federal kind of, well, I'm saying like federal can kind of like cover all the places, because you know what these motherfuckers be doing is they'll fuck up in one state and move to a whole nother state.
But that's what I'm saying.
So I'm maybe with the federal part of it, he might not be able to be one again.
Okay. That makes sense, though.
So, yeah, he's just one of them niggas that's going to jail. But, he's going to jail. The next one, he's in Cleveland. And he's a nigga, but he's also a police officer. And this nigga's going to jail.
To jail.
East Cleveland police officer was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to robbing drivers during traffic stops.
Taking their weed and drugs and shit.
Yeah. Alfonso Cole, 35, was sentenced Monday to 2.5 years in prison. According to prosecutors, in September 2020, Cole pulled over a 43-year-old victim and took $850 in cash and about $400 worth of reefer, weed from his car. Then gave the victim a citation with Cole's East Cleveland police sergeant's signature on it.
Yeah, that nigga did that.
In June 2021, Cole stopped a 26-year-old victim taking $4,000 in cash from the car, some marijuana, and a firearm. That same day, Cole pulled over an 18-year-old and asked the victim if he had a gun in the vehicle, searched it, taking a firearm that belonged to the victim's mother from under the seat, along with bullets from her glove box. That same day, Cole and another police officer stopped a driver at a gas station, taking $5,000 from that victim. That victim reported the theft to the East Cleveland Police Department. Deputies searched Cole's home and found guns that were stolen during the traffic stops, a bunch of weed, and all the money.
And all the money? What the fuck is wrong with people? How are we this stupid not to have a stash house at this point? Why is it at your home? The money you can probably say something about, like, hey, this my motherfucking money, but all the weed and the guns, and you a cop.
And it sounded, and the one gun was registered to Buddy's mom, so like she got the receipts and all that shit. Like,
that's fucked up. It took for one motherfucker to call it in, like, hey.
Well, cause I know what happened, cause I remember once upon a time they did that to a friend of mine. They were positive that this friend of mine had gotten that money through ill-gotten funds.
Right.
But what they didn't realize was he had just won a lawsuit against the state of Indiana, and he had won a little over $1 million in a lawsuit.
Right.
So he was doing nigga shit with his money because he was a young nigga, you know. So he looked like a drug dealer, but this is money from the state. And if they did 2 seconds of any type of research and ran his name, he was all over the news. He was all over. So these cops who have been running around robbing niggas who can't report things decided to go rob him. Man, he had them niggas on the news in 2 seconds. He called Rafael Sanchez, and he had security cameras in his house. Man, that shit was on the news, but they had the police in there taking the money, taking the shit. Nigga, it got all them niggas in trouble, nigga.
Like Afro Man.
And yeah, like that. But see, what they used to is taking shit from niggas that can't report it.
Yeah.
And so you just run around doing that shit all day long, and then it sound like the nigga he took this $5,000 from didn't get that money the wrong way.
Nah.
And nigga, hello, I was robbed.
Where was this at?
In Cleveland, East Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I remember once upon a time on I was on Fairfield over by college behind the
34.
fairgrounds.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
I got pulled over by that motherfucker. Man, that police officer pulled me out that car, beat the living shit out of me, and took like $6,000 out of my pocket. Nigga, I just had to crawl in my car, then drive on home. Remember, I got to the crib. I'm like, I've been a hothead for a long time. I get to the crib, I come in, my girl, no, she running, trying to stop me from getting the gun. I said, girl, the law did this. Give me your ice pack. Ain't no retaliation to be had, man.
There's nothing I can do about it. I can't find him nothing. If I do find him, that's the biggest gang in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Shit, they got my ass covered.
Yeah. So that nigga's going to jail. Then I might as well run off the last nigga that's going to jail before we move into anything else.
Is it Trump Daddy? Trump Daddy?
No.
I didn't think so. It wasn't Trump Daddy.
And I'll talk about this nigga later because this nigga needs to go to jail, but he ain't going so far. But where the fuck is it at, man? My bad. Philadelphia police officer is being charged with murder in the fatal shooting of Eddie Lazari during a traffic stop.
Who's Eddie? Who's that?
He's a young Puerto Rican nigga in Philadelphia who got murdered like they love to do to anybody of color.
Yeah.
And the police officer is actually being charged. And yeah, because they starting to get. I guess. The motherfuckers can say what they want to say about how much shit niggas tore up after the George Floyd shit, but motherfuckers is starting to...
That opens some shit up.
Motherfuckers is actually starting to have consequences for their nonsense.
Hell yeah, that's what was...
that was the purpose. But Mark Dial, 27, who's a cop, is charged with murder, voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, simple assault, reckless endangerment of another person, and reckless dealing with another person. This came as the DA office released unedited body camera footage of a shooting incident. The police had previously claimed that the 27-year-old Eddie Lazari lunged at them with a weapon. The video shows Lazari holding a small knife near his thigh while in his car with the window up and does not lunge at officers. Nigga's just sitting in his car chilling, and he had a knife in his hand, like in his thigh, but he wasn't out the car. They hadn't rolled down the window. They hadn't asked for, like in the video, the nigga just walks up to the car, sees the knife, and
Scared.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is too damn scared to do their damn job the right way.
Dow refused to cooperate with an internal police investigation into the shooting. Authorities said Dow violated department policies and initially gave a false narrative of the fatal encounter. Surveillance footage capturing the incident was released at that time, and it seemingly showed the officer provided reports with a different narrative. Officers originally claimed Lazari was outside of his car and had been giving multiple commands to drop a weapon before they fired. But the surveillance video showed Lazari was inside of his vehicle, Dow and wasn't giving any commands. Dow was released after posting a 10% of a $500,000 bail, so 5 bands, $50,000. I mean, he posted 50,000. Somebody had to put a house up, but he's been charged with all them murders and shit. So hopefully he goes to jail. And if they don't do what they're supposed to do and lock him up, I hope the feds do what they've been doing, because I've been really appreciative of the feds
stepping in,
because that's what they've been doing, nigga. Whatever state does with niggas, the feds been swooping in and either making shit right or adding more time.
Yeah, which is what they should do.
Which is what they been should have did. It's been too insane. The feds always want to swoop in and fuck with us about anything. They might as well fuck with them niggas too.
You know, they're actually upholding the Constitution though.
Yeah. So them niggas is going
I don't know if you're gonna talk about it, but I'm just gonna. You know, they got Buddy, Pennsylvania murderer motherfucker.
Yeah. I had it on here. They caught him.
Caught his ass, man.
Yeah, they caught him after a 14-day manhunt.
And shit, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they caught him.
They tell the motherfuckers lock their doors, watch your people.
Yeah.
Look around you. I had little checkpoints and shit.
Where's that? I had it right here. They escaped convict murder. Danelio Confortane. I don't know. He's captured after 14 days.
Cappuccino.
Yeah. He was captured without incident and taken into custody.
He had a 14-day run?
Yep. In northern Chester County in the area of South. Yeah.
Wait a minute. He escaped in Pennsylvania. And they found him in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga had 14 days.
Yeah.
Oh, he was scared. He didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I still went to Mexico.
Yep, he's in South Chester. Photos and videos show the wearing grip. Yeah, they caught him.
Damn. Well, he had the best little time of his life.
Huh? He was on his way out of there. He had stolen a van and a gun.
Yeah, he had a gun.
Yeah, he had a .22 rifle. And he had stole a van from a dairy farm. Yep. Yeah, they caught him.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done. And after we read off what that nigga had did, they need to put him under the jail any motherfucking way. So, sometimes depending on his charges, I'd be rooting for him
to get on out.
Yeah, but nigga, not after that.
And then not after that bullshit.
After that shit he did, he need to go ahead and get put under the jail.
I got a real quick one. It's a temporary gun ban in New Mexico.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it says the New Mexico governor temporarily bans guns. What you need to know, it says Michelle Lujan Grisham, he's a Democrat, used a public health order Friday to ban firearms in Albuquerque, a move that has garnered widespread criticism from Democrats and Republicans amid concerns that it would violate the Second Amendment.
They love their guns down there. That'd be like taking guns from niggas in Texas.
Come on now.
Niggas in Texas. I'm surprised
New Mexico.
I'm surprised she's still kicking.
It says, what does the order do? It says Grisham's declaration bans the carrying of firearms, both open and concealed carry, in parts of the state that meet a specific threshold of violent crime.
The hood? She banned guns in the hood?
That's not going to help nobody but the motherfucking criminals.
Listen, bro. I have told anybody that will listen to me for years that gun laws, because you know they always trying to say be strict about the gun laws, Bro, gun laws only affect law-abiding citizens.
Exactly.
Criminals will still have the guns, and they will still do whatever they want with the guns.
And criminals aren't supposed to have guns, but guess what?
They got them.
They still got them. They don't mind having them. So shit. What the fuck are y'all talking about? It says only the city of Albuquerque meets this threshold. The fuck?
So she banned guns in Albuquerque and everybody else around.
It says it applies to all public places, including government buildings, which is fucking, that's a gimme,
Yeah.
and open spaces. It will expire after 30 days unless Grisham opts to extend it.
She said we need a 30-day gun break.
It says police and security personnel are exempt from the firearms ban, of course. Grisham cited a recent spate of shootings in the city, including one that killed an 11-year-old boy outside a minor league baseball game,
Yeah.
and a series of shootings targeting Muslim men last month. The local police have come out against the measure. Both the Albuquerque Police Department and the local sheriff department have vowed not to enforce it.
Hey, they said, "Now eat a dick." This is what they told her, eat a dick.
It says Sheriff John Allen, a Democrat, said he did not feel comfortable enforcing a measure that would violate the Second Amendment. He says, Second Amendment rights activists advocacy group had already filed a lawsuit against the measure, and the National Association for Gun Rights, or NRA, no, it's not, just something else. Anyway, cited the previous Supreme Court opinion that struck down a gun control measure in New York last year. It says members of both parties have come out against Grisham's orders, citing similar Second Amendment concerns.
They said, what? They said, nigga, this is stupid.
This is real stupid,
Hey,
man.
you know some shit got to be stupid for motherfuckers to for them to agree on shit.
And the police is like, man, we ain't about to.
Yeah, man, shut up. We're not doing that.
So you want to tell law-abiding citizens that they shouldn't carry their guns concealed or open?
Yeah.
I can see if you said open.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's kids around, you know, whatever. But, yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like Uber telling me I can't motherfucking carry a gun.
Yeah.
Or mace or something to protect myself. Suck my dick,
So
Uber.
yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, boy. Fuck all the way off.
Yeah. Like I said, they said eat a dick, ma'am. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully eat a dick.
Respectfully. Shit, you can have Lorena Bobbitt's.
Yeah, respectfully eat a dick.
You can cut it off, shove it down your throat.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I know one thing them motherfuckers is probably up in arms about. Did you see that party that the vice president put on at her the vice president estate?
No, I don't know nothing about this.
No, you didn't?
No, what happened?
Oh, Camilla, what's her name?
Camilla Harris.
She put on at the you know the vice president's residence. You know they got
Own little house.
they got their house like the White House, but for the vice president. She put on a hip hop 50 party.
Really?
And had performances by Kamala Harris welcomed hip hop's greats to the vice president's residence for historic home's first ever hip hop house party in celebration in honor of the genre's 50th anniversary. The event had performances by Lil Wayne, Remy Ma, Fat Joe, Common, It was a few more people, but that was just some of them. Fat Joe gifted her own custom pair of Air Force Ones. Look like a big shindig, bro.
Yeah, she had her first vice president pajama Jimmy jam.
Yeah. And nigga, I seen videos from that motherfucker. She was in that bitch getting it on. She was whopping and nigga and nigga, they was getting to it, bro. She was dancing with Diddy and shit.
They about to attack her on that shit.
Nigga, listen, she had a motherfucking good time. I said, boy, them motherfucking all them racist ass white folks that lived in that motherfucker.
Paul Mooney already told us. Niggas had too much fun.
Niggas had too much fun.
Start taking shit away. Now watch how many people start coming up missing.
Yeah, but she went on there and did her thing. I'm
glad they did. I mean, it's first ever in history.
You can look it up. You can look up because it was the video there. You can look up the nigga. They was partying.
Yeah, niggas having too much fun. She let that nigga side come out a little bit too strong.
Oh, it came out.
Well, what's my dude in How High? the dean or whatever he was, and
When
they
he,
gave
when
him
he,
the,
when he
the
finally
pot
got
brownie.
loaded, he shook that shit off and yeah. Hey, she was out there, motherfucker, getting to it, nigga. She was dug in the whole.
That's what's up. I ain't hear no news
Yeah.
about that. Where, that shit, I ain't seen nothing
It was
about that.
it was over the weekend.
That's probably why then. I had low connection like a motherfucker.
It was over the weekend.
So shit.
She had an official, the vice president's residence first official
That's
house
what's up.
party, and it was the
Hip hop.
hip hop. Yeah, like I said, she had Wayne, Fat Joe, Ray Ma. They was in that motherfucker leaning back and making it rain, and
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
what's up though. That ain't crazy. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was
about time.
It was a good look, man.
You know what I'm saying? But they had too much fun.
Yeah, them niggas had too much fun.
Better watch out, Kamala.
Yeah,
We ain't heard from you in a minute.
yeah.
Probably been having random nigga parties.
That's what she. Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about it. Nigga, she said, "I'm staying out of all that nonsense. I'm over here fucking with my people."
I'm having fun while I can. I
Yeah,
don't blame
might
her.
as well.
Got one more year left.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be in this house much longer. Let's go ahead and fuck it up a little bit.
Smoking weed in that
Yeah,
bitch.
said you did fucking nigga.
It took us 3 days to get the weed smell out. Kamala was do your job.
Do your job, nigga. This ain't my house no way.
Hell
Nigga.
no. This is a rental.
Yeah, this is a rental.
This a 4-year
You got
Airbnb.
a 4-year lease on this bitch. Nigga. This is,
I ain't
what-
paid shit.
yeah. Yeah, that was a good look, man.
And I'm about to probably get the next house because this motherfucker don't seem like he gonna make it.
Man,
Let's go, Brandon.
that nigga. That nigga, man. I don't. What you think they're gonna reelect that?
Hell no, they already said that he
T-Daddy.
ain't coming back.
No, T Daddy, not.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back. T-Daddy's coming back. They setting it up. This the biggest movie ever.
Yeah, I think
You know what
so
I'm
too.
saying?
I think so too, man. And,
Yeah.
and bro,
Come on, everybody wanted T-Daddy come back, man. They see the money game
yeah,
got fucked up by,
yeah. We in a bad financial spot.
yeah.
Motherfuckers is willing to throw away all that other shit if you line some pockets. He know that.
Yeah.
He been making his way doing that his whole life. He ain't nothing but a big ass criminal, you know.
They all criminals. They
Yeah.
all something. Shit.
But he, you know, man, the world's so fucked up, bro. You know, they had. Did you see that they brought alien remains to like a Congress meeting in Mexico yesterday, and nobody gives a fuck?
Little dog looking motherfuckers. Don't nobody give a fuck about aliens.
That's what I said. I said, the shit's so fucked up that we literally don't care about aliens.
Don't care about no damn
You
aliens.
trying to pay rent, nigga?
If they gonna come down and mingle with us and help this shit out, no.
Yeah.
Where y'all at? Why the fuck y'all keep hiding? You know what I'm saying?
These
This
niggas
shit.
brought it talking about
Fuck
these
this shit.
100-year-old alien remains that were originally found in Peru, and they've been in the custody of the state for who knows how many years, and they're just showing them now. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. It doesn't scare me. Show me a motherfucker moving around. Show me somebody you talking to telekinetically.
Yeah.
Or however.
And I ain't scared of them little bitty niggas. No way. Them little remains they showed.
Yeah. Come on, man. They look like little pets. If anything, the animals look more like aliens to me.
And I tell you the truth, we so fucked up, bro. I ain't scared of no motherfucking aliens, no way.
Hell no. Now unless that motherfucker 10 feet tall like that one in Vegas and shit, and it might can come at you and eat you, but I don't know. This motherfucker can eat me, you know, something bigger than you. But that little shit, hell no.
Yeah. Fuck away from me.
You gonna hit me with the laser?
Yeah, bending them.
Why ain't they been and did it? That's the fucked up part.
Football punch your ass down. Care nothing about no goddamn aliens, man. They brought them motherfuckers to the what was it that they brought them to?
That little conference or whatever it was, I don't know. They looked all petrified and looked like somebody's doll creation and just got just dusted over.
2,000-year-old alleged alien corpses were shown in Mexico's Congress yesterday.
See, 2,000-year-olds, so.
Well, they're 1,000 years old. There's two of them.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, how they know they're 1,000 years old?
I don't know.
Because they've been down there forever. Get the hell out of here. I'm tired. And India went to the sun, my nigga. They on their way to the sun. They just hit the moon. Now they on their way to the sun.
We're not gonna talk about India.
How the fuck we gonna go to the sun? Whose money did they take?
We're not gonna talk about the Indians again.
Where they get this funding from? I'm serious. They went to the sun. Why did you go to the sun? You're not gonna make it. As soon as you get damn near there, you gonna melt.
They just doing shit, bro.
Just insane shit.
That's saying shit. Yeah, not doing shit. They just saying shit.
Then turn around and look at motherfuckers clapping and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
In the day and age we live in, man. You can just say anything you want to.
We might as well, man. I've been watching motherfuckers do all type of weird shit. I seen niggas suck on toes and all types of shit, all types of money and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are we coming to?
I don't know. I was talking to Bush about that earlier. I was saying like we need to find a balance, right? Because what I've gathered is shame is gone.
Shame is out the window.
You need a level of shame to keep things to keep a balance on things. Some shit is shameful, and people need to know that it's shameful so that you don't do it. And I'm not talking about like people living their life and.
No, I know what you mean.
I'm saying some of these fucking crazy ass antics. Some of this shit, bro, is shame. But now that we live in this day and age where, like I was telling bro, like with social media, you can kind of cultivate your following and weed out anybody that has anything to say against what you got going on.
Yeah. So
you just live in, you know how like we always just say like rich niggas would have a bunch of like athletes and shit have a bunch of yes men around them.
Mm-hmm.
We basically living in a world right now where everybody got a bunch of yes men around them. If all you paying attention to is this phone and you're not really held accountable by anybody in real life,
right.
Like I was telling bro, because my Facebook is monetized, they got a thing where I can go into my settings and I can create hot words. And if you use those words when you comment on any of my posts, Facebook will remove your post as soon as you post it.
For real?
I won't even see, like I can go into my settings and personally hand select hot words.
Wow.
Facebook already has words in there like nigga and shit like that. The blatant shit that everyone should have a problem with.
Right.
That's in there because would it being monetized? And
but that's so fucking sensitive, though, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you'll never get a real.
That's what I'm saying.
Critique because you're. Now I understand some motherfuckers is trolls. It's like some motherfuckers is just pure evil. Yeah. And that's all they do, whether you're doing good or bad. I get that, but sometimes you need that critique of the negative to let you know what it is that you're doing wrong, because you'll never see wrong if everybody's telling you you're doing right.
One of my favorite statements, I say it all the time, I've said it for years. You know how you be out and you'll see like somebody who looks like a hot motherfucking mess. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite things, I look at them and I go, nobody loves them. And motherfuckers like, what you mean? Like, because if somebody really loves you, they'd have looked at you and said, bro, you tripping. Like, look what you got on.
Yeah.
Why are we out here like this? Go change that. Like,
no, seriously.
Yeah, seriously. But if everybody around you's a yes man, now you at the club looking stupid as fuck, and then you looking at this picture 3 years later, like, why the fuck did I have that on? Because nobody loves you.
Or you the girl, you the BBW girl.
Ah, man.
That's built like the penguin.
Yeah.
You got the onesie on and it's coming up the crack of your ass and you become a meme.
Yeah.
And wonder why that happened. Because your friends didn't tell you, hey, I don't think you should wear that.
Yeah, I don't think you should wear that.
Now, if they told you shouldn't wear it, if they told you and you did it anyways, that's you. That's all you.
Yeah.
You got to own that. But if they told you, if they didn't say anything, your friends don't love you.
Yeah. But like I said, man, you can cultivate your own little world, bro.
Man, that's fucked up.
And if you can have a bunch of motherfuckers in there that's you do your thing and yes, dude, yes, sis, and go ahead, my nigga, and
like what we wasn't even trying to bring up last week, the whole little the which everybody find out was a scam. Oh, girl,
with the brick,
with the brick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When I first seen it, I knew something was up because I'm like,
I ain't want to talk about it in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we didn't, did we?
Nope. I thought you was gonna talk about it. It was something similar, but it was the old lady with the cane.
You can't help yourself, huh? 2 weeks in a row, huh? 2 weeks, you can't help yourself.
but the chick with the brick, man.
Cannot help yourself.
It just didn't seem genuine.
No.
My thing is, if I just got hit with the brick, why the fuck am I on video? How am I talking?
And then I kind of, niggas immediately deep dive into niggas. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to talk about it, because motherfuckers immediately started deep diving into her past. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I didn't want to say anything about what she had going on, because if it was real, I didn't want to sound like I was victim blaming.
Right.
Because she had all these posts of degrading men and saying men aren't, she doesn't need a man to protect her. She is the protector and this and the third. And my theory on that was, well, bitch, if you the protector, then you need to have some shit to protect yourself with. But as soon as the motherfucker hit you in the head with a brick, you want to yell about where all the men at. But I ain't want to sound like I was victim blaming, so I just didn't talk about it at all.
Right. No, seriously.
And then I saw another little skit. I don't know if it was a skit or if it was real, but like a white dude that said something to her and she smacked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
It was in the store. I know what you're talking about.
It seemed like to me, she was one of them motherfuckers searching for a moment.
Always.
So I didn't want to get Little Tay again, nigga. We was on here talking about rest in peace, Little Tay, and these motherfuckers alive and well, nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
But I kind of felt this shit was fake from the get-go. Cause I was like, I need to see the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
First, like I said, if I got hit with a brick and my shit swelled up like that, you're not going to see me talking to. I'm in the hospital. I'm not going to sit there and go off on
and
everybody.
Another thing that made me not believe it, the reactions of the people that she was saying it to didn't seem like anyone had just seen her get hit in the head with a brick.
Exactly.
They all seemed real befuddled, nigga. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what brick?
You just pulled your phone up and started yelling about a brick, bitch. What? I've seen how people act, even if they're not helping. I've seen how people act when they see shit like that. Them people didn't act like they saw nothing like that.
Nah, they'd have been like, "Hey, dude, shit was crazy, man.
Yeah,
dude got out the car. Wow."
You know, everybody was just looking like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
They ain't say they seen shit.
Yeah.
She just came around the corner on some bullshit.
With her face also. Turned out the bitch had an allergic reaction to some shit.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Who sits there and touches some shit they just got hit in?
And then, like, even the very first, and that's, like you said, more reasons why I ain't talk about it. The very first video looked like she might have been hit in the head with something.
Yeah.
But the second video, when she was in the hospital, it looked like an allergic reaction. She looked like Will Smith on Hitch when he got stung by the bee or whatever the fuck. You remember that shit? Yeah. That's how she looked.
She did though.
Yeah.
But they're like, okay, we've all hit the pavement or something. Any type of matter that's coarse like that. She wasn't bleeding.
No, she wasn't bleeding, and she didn't have
no scars, no scratches,
no marks from.
And I'm pretty sure if you got hit in the head with a brick, why didn't you fall on the ground?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you took it.
It was a whole lot of. It was a whole lot of what the hell.
Hey, I mean, what people do for attention, bro. That's just crazy.
It's a drug.
It's a big ass drug.
It's a drug. It's a drug. It's a drug. It's a drug.
Shit, I tell you the type of drug I need.
A break.
Nicotine.
Yeah. A break. Nicotine, a little fresh air. I need to get up off. I'm still dealing with the leftovers of my injury. I still got this pain in my hip, so sitting down for too long is achy.
I get it.
So with that being said, it's break time.
See y'all in a second.
Be back. All right, we needed that little break. We back in action.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna keep with my theme, man. Niggas is going to jail. You know, I like to, as we know from multiple pods, man, I kind of like to make it a point to keep up with what they doing with the Capitol rioters.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of paying attention. I just want to know what happened, what's going on with them.
Man, each week is somebody new.
Yeah, well, this week it's a mother and a son duo.
Damn.
The son he's unforgettable. Remember, he was buddy that was in there with like the full tactical gear on with the zip ties and shit.
No, I don't remember him.
You remember him?
I just remember Viking helmet.
You remember this nigga running around here the full tactical gear with the? Okay, well Eric Munchel. First of all, Capitol rioter who carried zip ties and handcuffs in viral photo was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison.
Damn.
His mom was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Eric Munchel, 32, was convicted of conspiracy and other charges and sentenced to 4 years and 9 months in prison, alongside his mother, Lisa Ishart, 59, who was also sentenced on Friday to 2.5 years in prison.
Damn.
Before learning his sentence, Mitchell told the judge that he went to Washington so he could protect his mother if any violence erupted. So you showed up in full tactical gear with zip ties and handcuffs
To protect his
and
mama.
a mask on your face to protect your mother.
Yep. That's what he said.
This nigga was in a full army outfit, black leather gloves, mask over his face, hat. I wonder how they figured out who he was.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, because you can't
That's
tell.
why I didn't even recognize him, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I probably thought he was security or some shit.
But he got almost 5 years, and his mother, who was out there with the shit, she had on the red hat and waving the flag. She was with the shit.
Damn.
She got 2.5 years. It just really makes my soul smile to see them people go to jail. And I know it's probably not like a good thing to say or do or.
No, but I understand.
But oh man,
I understand.
it makes my soul smile.
I tell you what kind of makes me cringe is that the MGM had cyber attacks.
What happened?
It says the cyber attacks shuts down IT systems at MGM hotels in Las Vegas. It says several major hotels in Las Vegas, including the Bellagio, were left with faulty door locks, inoperable slot machines, and other problems Monday after hotel officials said they were hit with a cyber attack.
Damn.
FBI said that they are investigating the attack on MGM Resorts International Hotels, which happened early Monday morning, since the company said it took prompt action to protect our system and data, including shutting down certain systems. It says our investigation is ongoing, and we are working diligently to determine the nature and scope of the matter. This is what MGM said. And they said the company would not provide additional details of what was affected. However, it appeared to disrupt several key hotel systems. Later in the evening, MGM said its casino gaming floors were operational. It says we continue to work diligently to resolve the issue. It said Bellagio guests were unable to charge anything to their rooms, make reservations, or use digital room keys. It says several slot machines also appeared to be out of service in the Aria Casino. It says the MGM International website was also down and was not allowing online bookings. The site redirected customers to their hotel's phone numbers for help.
Mm.
So somebody got up in there, boy. These hackers are
Yeah, they ain't playing no games.
they ain't fucking around today. So ain't no telling what information any member of an MGM.
Yeah, that's the and that's the gift and the curse with the the tech world that we currently live in.
Yeah,
When it's working right, man, stuff is so easy, bro. Like I got Apple paying shit on my watch, my nigga. Like I ain't got sometimes be in some pink and just
right.
and that's beautiful. But then in the same breath, that means an institution is holding your information.
Yeah.
And if somebody can get in there, voila.
Not even that. When you sometimes when you blink, it sends out those digital signals, and if somebody has one of those little boxes, you can pick it up. You know what I mean? The same with your chip in your card. You know,
Yep.
shit's crazy, bro.
It's but they stay hacking. I'm waiting to see what's going on with this. Did you sign up for the I think it's some days left, the Facebook class action lawsuit?
Mm-mm.
I know you've had your page long enough. You need to. I've seen the stuff. I think you can still sign up. They
What is it? Cause I don't be on there like that no more.
they were breached or they sold some shit or something, and they've been found liable by somebody and by the powers that be. And it's if you've had a page between 2000 and I think it was like 2008 and 2018,
Yeah.
you are you can get some of this money.
Oh, okay.
And like I started mine in like '09. This particular page, 'cause
Right.
I got a couple, but this particular page that I
So
started,
I started mine in 2010.
yeah, and you can get in there and you might want to go in there and look. It's in Facebook actually sent the link. Like, look,
Okay.
go ahead and sign up if you want to get some money, because when this is all settled up, we're gonna be looking and paying out.
Well, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was one of them, like it was like a breach type situation.
So it said motherfuckers' information.
Yeah, they was selling people shit and got found. They figured out it was happening and they been found liable. And they about to have to make you know how they do. They might settle for $500 million, but it's with 90 million motherfuckers. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I remember once upon a time, I was here chilling one day, and I got open the mail, and it was a thing from what was that before there was PNC? National City Bank?
I think so.
I think National City / PNC, and it was like if you had a account at this point in time, sign up for this class action lawsuit because they're being sued for finagling the overdraft fees.
Oh shit.
And that was one of the reasons I left that particular bank, because they would do shit like, say you had shit coming in the same day.
Yeah.
So like you had some bills or something, like say some auto pay shit coming in on the 5th, but you also got paid on the 5th.
Right.
They was doing shit like intentionally processing the withdrawals before they processed the deposit so that they could hit you with overdraft fees.
Wow.
And they was doing it on purpose. They would see that you got $1,000 coming, but they would also see that you had 2-3 charges that same day. So they would hit the 2-3 charges first,
Right.
hit you with the negative, hit you with the $30 overdraft fee on all 3 charges apiece. So that's $100.
Yeah.
Then they deposit your money. And so you look up and you got an extra $100. You're like, man, what the fuck? Like,
You missing $100.
yeah. So I signed up for the little
the state, judgment.
The lawsuit, the class action lawsuit, nigga, about 6 months later, I was sitting there chilling, nigga, and a check showed up in the mail. That motherfucker was $450.
Damn.
Random. So, nigga, any and every time. One time they, this motherfucker got sued for charging too much for tickets or something. And they sent me a thing. Oh, no. They sent me a class action lawsuit about, because they got the Marion County got sued for basically kidnapping people, keeping people longer
in jail
than they should after they've been released.
Right.
And I know we've talked about it on the previous pod. Me and Chips got lost for almost 3 days of that motherfucker one time after we went to court. We went to court on a Monday, got released at 8 a.m. Monday morning. Nigga, we didn't leave about that bitch till Thursday. I signed up. They sent me a thing about that shit. Like, they was like, we have reason to believe that you were held unjustly, blah, da, 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 da. Nigga, I signed up for that shit, nigga. Lo and behold, 5 months later, nigga, a check for $550 showed up. I was, yeah, give me my little coins.
That's what's up.
Because they did I forgot how the math went, but they had said in the little thing they was going to be giving, how they was going to break it down amongst everybody to make sure everybody got a fair share.
Right.
Was they was going to give a dollar amount for every hour you were held past the point you should have been held.
Damn.
Yeah, my shit came up to like, because I've been held like that on like 3 different occasions. My shit came up to Denver for like $500, $550, $600.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so now Facebook got their shit, and I think there's still like a month left that you can get in on it before they start cashing people out.
Shit, I'll look into it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't never gonna say no to no free money.
Hell no.
I always taking some free money. Have you seen this shit with this Kevin Porter nigga?
Nah.
Play for Houston?
Nope.
The Houston Rockets? Just hauled off and beat his bitch.
I saw that. I didn't see his name.
Yeah.
He whooped the shit out of his girlfriend.
Huh?
He whooped the shit out of his girlfriend or his
Man,
wife.
yeah, bro. I've been keeping track of the story throughout the week. Get so many goddamn updates. I'll just say the most recent one because it just was released today. Houston Rockets player Kevin Porter Jr. posted a $75,000 bill after being charged with assault and strangulation of his girlfriend, Kajre Yanzika, some shit. Victim sustained a fractured vertebrae in her neck due to the ass whooping.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wonder what the hell she did.
That's what I'm saying. They said the nigga started beating her up in her sleep. Like, what happened that this nigga was staring at her sleep and just started whooping her ass? First of all, that's some bitch ass shit to do.
Nah, that's some very bitch ass shit to do.
All of it's some bitch ass shit to do, but just start beating on a motherfucker in their sleep?
That's terrible.
Before I even get into the whole story, nigga, the Houston Rockets are in a very weird predicament because he has a guaranteed contract. So they're trying to see if they can trade him somewhere because regardless of what they do with him, if they trade him somewhere or if they kick him off the team tomorrow, they still owe this nigga something like $19-20 million. Damn. So if they kick this nigga off the team tomorrow, they got to pay this nigga this umpteen $1 million. So they're trying to see if they can trade him somewhere and get some type of asset for him instead of just biting the bullet on
keeping him there.
Well, even because they gonna have to kick him off the team. There's no way PR relations and shit for the team is gonna allow them.
I mean, it sounds like his career is over.
Yeah, it might be, but they trying to figure out if they can trade this nigga somewhere or get anything. Right now, if we can trade this nigga somewhere and get 4 bench players, nigga, we better off than just biting the bullet on $20 million.
Yeah.
But
I
if they
don't know.
can't, if won't nobody take him, they just gonna have to bite the bullet on it.
That they don't got no lead as to why he started beating him or
I
nothing
don't
like
know.
that.
About to read it right now. Like I said, it happened a few days ago, so I've been keeping track of it to talk about it on here. But every day, new shit keeps coming out. So I keep having to update my notes on the situation and talk about it on here. But this, what I'm about to get to right here, is the most recent of the updates. Literally, like about 3 hours before we start recording. So new details have been revealed surrounding the recent arrest of Houston Rockets guard Kevin Porter Jr. The NBA baller was arrested Monday in New York City and charged with assault and strangulation after an incident involving his girlfriend, former WNBA player,
Yeah.
Karish Gaziga, whatever. Reports state that Porter Jr. was returning from a night out to a hotel where they were at a hotel where him and his girl was staying. And he was allegedly upset he couldn't enter the room due to a locked door. Porter Jr. punched her repeatedly in the face, leaving her with a cut above her right eye and bruises to her face. She said Porter squeezed her by the neck, making it difficult for her to breathe, strangulation, causing bruising to her neck, per the hospital reports. Tests also uncovered that she sustained a fractured vertebrae in her neck. He was released earlier today on a $75,000 bail, and judge imposed a temporary order of protection on Monday. NBA spokesman Mike Bass released a statement acknowledging the league is aware of the reports and is gathering more information about Kevin Porter due to the he's due back in court October 16th, and we'll know more then.
Yeah.
But nigga, you just get to beating on her and choking her and
Why she sleep?
yeah,
He's a pussy.
whole ass nigga. And he deserves some bad shit to happen to him.
Hell yeah. I got some lighthearted shit.
Please.
The Brady Bunch house.
Okay.
The Brady Bunch house sells for $2.3 million under asking price.
Yeah, I remember they were selling it. We talked about that a little while. It's just now selling?
And it sold under.
Okay.
Studio City property that served as the exterior for the Brady Bunch, lovingly restored by HGTV to its 70s TV glory, has sold for $3.2 million. That's $2.3 million less than the asking price of $5.5 million altogether. The new owner of Chez Brady is Tina Trahan, 53, who was described by the Wall Street Journal as historic home enthusiast, married to former HBO chief executive Chris Albrecht. She says no one will live in the Brady house. Instead, the property will be used for fundraising and charity events. No one's going to be going in there to make pork chops and applesauce in that kitchen.
So disgusting.
Yeah, anything you might, I don't know how that goes together. Anything you might do to make the house
White folks.
livable would take away from what I would consider artwork. She said HGTV paid $3.5 million for the house in 2018 and spent months restoring the site to match its TV appearance inside and out. This was all documented on the reality show A Very Brady Remodel.
Yep.
It says prior to HGTV buying it, the house was owned by a single family for nearly half a century.
Yep.
While Trahan lives primarily in Bel Air, she is a collector of unusual homes. Among her more unusual holdings is a grand Italian Renaissance mansion known as Stone Manor in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Tran says she has spent millions buying up units in the mansion, which had been subdivided. Okay. Or like I said, just
So
something.
that's the art she likes to collect.
Yeah, collecting houses and shit.
Yeah, I watched that because I'm a sucker for a good home renovation.
Oh, I love house.
So,
I like that shit. I used to like Monster House.
Yeah, I like Monster House. I used to watch what was the one where they would go and the family shit, like they would find families that was fucked up and build them new houses. with the white boy tie something with the crazy hair.
It's not Supermarket Sweep. Of course not.
No.
I know what you're talking about though, because they were all like, they would either stay outside of the property with that
Yeah.
big wall. They was never
Yeah,
allowed
yeah,
to
they were
pass
never
it.
allowed to pass it, or they would
Damn, what is the name
send
of
them
that
on
show?
like vacations or something.
Yeah.
Extreme Home
Extreme
Makeover.
Home Makeover. Yeah, thank you.
Yep, because you remember that one, we had a fecal matter. The nigga ended up like doing something to his son and all that foul shit.
What? For real?
They was you know, man, I be remembering really weird shit. Sometimes I don't remember nothing we talk about on here, but I remember really weird shit. And it was like a father had done something to his son and like killed him over some business shit.
Okay.
But they had like came to fame by being like one of the people that donated their time on Extreme Home Makeover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my
That's
shit.
fucked up.
Man, I be watching that. I be watching Flip This House and
Lovely Bones.
yeah, Good
And they're-
Bone, Lovely Bone.
They're from here, so
Mm-hmm.
that's over where they were, particularly in Fountain Square area.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
This is my yeah. Nah, man, I love HGTV, bro. I will watch that shit all day long if you let me.
Hell yeah. I watch this shit too. Naked and Afraid.
Mm-hmm. Netflix.
What they doing?
I know you be watching cool, weird shit like I do. They got like a 6-part series on there called Predators. And it's like some National Geographic shit, but they follow like the families. There's like lions, a family of like wild dogs, a family of polar bears, a family. Like they follow these motherfuckers over the course of like a couple years.
Yeah.
And like a hard.
Okay.
So hard.
When it come out?
It's recent. It's probably like on the top 10 thing right now.
It's called Predators.
Predators.
I'm gonna check that out. I like shit like
It's
that.
like, yeah, and I mean, I'm talking about like I said, they followed them for having babies, the babies getting big, the pack, defending their pack, defending their territory, acquiring new territory, like all this, it's some hard shit.
That's what's up.
It's some hard shit.
I wonder
It's
how
some
they get so
motherfucking,
close.
Oh no. That's some close up shit. Like I know, like one of them, you could see they had like the tracking collar on him, like they had captured him and, like, and was tracking. But he's back out in the wild, but they was like tracking all this
just
shit.
so they can do the data on him.
Yeah, is this one lioness named Nikki. Nikki's a motherfucking monster, nigga. Like Nikki is that bitch. You understand me? If you watch it, you gonna come back like Nikki is her.
I wish they would put like a GoPro on one of them motherfuckers.
Man,
You ever seen a GoPro on a cat?
mm-hmm.
Man, that shit is interesting as hell. And how they just climb up shit or jump down shit.
I saw a GoPro on a bird one time.
Oh shit,
Nigga, that shit was wild in the bitch.
that would be wild in the bitch.
Yeah, YouTube, the GoPro was
Yeah.
on a fucking bird.
I'm gonna check it out. It'd be funny when they get around other cats and shit, and the other cats be looking like, "What the fuck you got?"
Yeah,
on?
what you just some
weird
jewelry,
shit.
nigga. But that's my last current, and I was heavy debate on if this was a fecal or not.
Uh-oh. I
You
saw
see
that.
that?
I saw that.
Heavy debate on if this was a
Your face.
shit like this right here. I had somebody who was talking to me about the pod, and they was saying that they wanted to come on. You know, we open invite for anybody, man. Come on and come in. But motherfucker was like, man, y'all niggas seem like y'all really having fun on there. I was like, nigga, we not joking. We not like, nigga, we be on this bitch having a good time.
Ain't
Nigga.
none of this shit set up.
No.
Only thing set up is what we gonna talk about.
Only thing set up is the motherfucking the points of contact on the conversation. Outside of that, anything else is just whatever the fuck happens. But nah, what I was saying, man, it was heavy debate on me if Buddy was a fecal or not. And the only reason I didn't give him a fecal is because I don't think he did the shit on purpose. But I think the nigga should go to jail. accident or not. And I'm about to get into it. That's why when I was saying I had another one, and the nigga should go to jail. And he's a cop too.
Okay.
The former cop. Young mother trained to be a police officer, shot and killed by her instructor.
By her instructor? All right.
A young mother trained to be a police officer was killed by her instructor, and her family is searching for answers. Marisa Mannion was shot in the chest by Jesse Porter, a retired D.C. police officer.
How?
I'm going to read all this, then I'm going to tell you what I saw, because I watched the video, because they had surveillance in
the actual booth?
They were in the room.
Oh, they're in the room?
Oh, bro. Before I even read any of this,
they weren't even at the gun range.
Tell you what I saw. They was in a kind of like a conference room.
Yeah.
Undergoing some type of a training and becoming a police officer. It was the Jesse Porter nigga who was the instructor and about 7 to-be police officers. They was laughing, they was joking, they was having a good time. They was doing this, the class was over. They had took a group picture with each other as like the class was over, like we're doing so great.
Right.
They was having it, and Buddy just pulled his gun out, pointed at her laughing, and shot her in the chest. Said he thought it was his training pistol.
But still, you a fucking cop. Why would you even play like that?
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I say he should go to jail.
Hell yeah, he should go to jail.
That's why I say he should go to jail.
What would that be? What would that be called? Because it's
manslaughter.
Even though it's an accident.
Yeah, it would be.
Like, we all know he didn't intentionally want to kill that
it would be manslaughter, and that's why it only carries like 7 to 15 years, and that's why like if you kill somebody in a car and it's an accident, you get vehicular manslaughter.
Right, I get that one.
Manslaughter means somebody died and there was no intention of that person dying.
All right.
Manslaughter is basically the cover word for accident.
Gotcha.
Now, if it was a complete and utter accident, then that's when shit usually doesn't happen.
Right.
But if there is any wrongdoing on your behalf and it just wasn't intentional, that's when.
That's crazy.
And that's what this is. Because why would you even pull out say you had on your service joint, why would you even pull it out and point it at? Bro, when I watched the video, it was like, okay, you know how like jokingly you do your 2 fingers like,
yeah.
Bro, they finished taking the picture. He stepped away and like just pulled the motherfucker out, pointed and pulled the trigger. And shot her in the chest. And she was still standing in between like 6 different other would-be, to-be police officers. Hit her in the chest, fell down. And died. Right in this conference room.
That's crazy.
At least, I ain't saying you go to jail forever.
But you got to go.
And this is why it's becoming national news, because as of now, there's nothing happening to him. They're trying to
sweep it up under the rug.
Yeah. So
but she got a family, so
that's why I want to talk about it. A retired police officer, Jesse Porter, was hired as a contractor for special police training by the police force, where Manaya was hired as a special officer. Pardon the technical difficulties, y'all. We got a Thot Plug over here. I gotta figure out how to fix that. We got Porter's attorneys say he was joking around with a group and thought it was a training gun. But her family is seeking justice because they claim that he should not have been able to carry a loaded weapon into the library according to DC law, because that's where they were training at. He shouldn't have had a real weapon. He should have only had his training pistol in the library.
Should have had a dummy pistol.
That's the training pistol. He should have only had the dummy.
I'm talking about the wooden one.
The wood one,
oh,
yeah.
It actually is a wood motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm assuming that some are plastic one. But, because they claim he should not have been able to carry the loaded weapon into the library, according to D.C. law. The footage that I just talked about, they said that it's just an unfortunate accident, should Porter be held accountable regardless of the intentions. Yes.
Hell yeah, it should be.
Yes, somebody died, nigga, and at your hands.
You did that.
You did that, bro. And, like, of course, he was super remorseful in the video.
Yeah,
and he tried to revive her. And, you know, because I know he didn't intend to kill the woman.
No, he didn't intend to kill the woman, but
you did
still.
that.
You did that bullshit like a dumbass kid. And you the trainer.
And he's 60 years old. He's a retired cop. Who they hired to come back
Took the wrong man
and train.
Yeah,
But the same way, remember when that trainer thought she was pulling her taser and shot Buddy?
But she was in live action though, wasn't she?
I don't remember. Yeah.
She was a trainer, but she was in live action when that happened.
Yeah, you're right. But nigga, you're a trainer. You're supposed to be.
You're supposed to know. You know what side your stun gun, your taser's on.
Yeah. So I ain't want to give Buddy the fecal because I don't think he did that on purpose. So I don't want to judge his character.
No, I don't think he did it on purpose, but it's the fact of you shouldn't play like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is you playing like that? OG.
That shit don't make no sense.
Why is you pulling anything out your holster?
The hypocriticals. You know what I mean? He probably went around preaching all his life. Don't play with guns. And then you take your life out in a matter of seconds.
If they hired him as a trainer, I'm sure that's what he sat around talking about all the time.
Yeah. Stupid motherfucker.
So, that was it for my current, man.
My last one goes to Smuckers. You see that shit?
No.
Yeah, Twinkies are sold. It says J.M. Smucker scoops up Hostess brands for $5.6 billion.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they it says blah 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 blah. It says it's a sweet deal for Hostess, which also spreads the peanut butter and jelly empire of J.M. Smucker. The storied maker of Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Ding Ding Zingers, and the long-lasting sugary treats is being bought by the leading snacking conglomerate at a total price of a whopping $5.6 billion.
Who's he buying? Just Twinkies?
Nah, buying Hostess altogether.
Oh, so they better buy that plant up the street.
Mm-hmm. So there's a huge scoop of Hostess, which has gone through bankruptcy, not once but twice in the last 2 decades. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's because they shit's too damn high. That included a few months when Twinkies disappeared from the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Smucker had to fight to snag Hostess, prevailing over several big rivals that reportedly included PepsiCo, Oreo maker, what is this? Mondelez International, and Cheerios maker General Mills.
Okay.
Hostess, which introduced Twinkies in 1930, first went bankrupt in 2004. The company reemerged a few years later under private equity ownership, but filed Chapter 11 again in 2012, blaming its union contracts. Hostess broke up into bits, and its snacking cake business has sold off for $410 million in 2016. It became a publicly traded company under the ticker TWNK.
Yep.
Says in recent years, Hostess has seen its stock price more than double as people spent more on snacks thanks to hearty demand and higher prices. Yeah, higher prices. Sales have been slipping in a bit lately because of fucking higher prices.
Because of higher prices.
Wedding Revival's appetite for a takeover. It says James Smucker, whose brand includes Jif peanut butter and Folgers coffee, shared his CEO Mark Smucker's praise for Hostess brand's strong convenience store distribution and leading innovation pipeline. And y'all need to take that motherfucking price down because it don't make damn sense if I try to get a Hostess motherfucking anything, it's gonna cost me about $3.50 to fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, they tripping.
Well, it is what it is, man. What's wrong? Eat that shit.
Shit, none of us need to eat the shit. That shit ain't no good for us.
Hell nah.
It ain't no good for us. It's delicious though, but it ain't no good for us.
Ready for these Florida
You know
man.
what time it is, brother. It's Florida man time.
Get these Florida man to take a break. I got two.
I got two.
All right, I go first. I got credit card fraudsters, man.
Okay.
3 Cape Coral men sentenced to prison for multi-million-dollar credit card fraud. This happened, of course, in Lee County. 3 men from Cape Coral were sentenced to federal prison for their involvement in extensive credit card fraud schemes between 2015 and 2018. So the federal judge found father and son ringleaders Carlos Tejeda, 62, and Juan Tejeda, 35, guilty of 44 federal offenses on April 27. Some of their crimes include wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, counterfeit production across devices, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. The jury also found Pareto Peleas, 59, guilty of 11 federal offenses for his role in the fraud. The report said fraudulent transactions typically range between 1,000 and 3,000. The same stolen card number was used multiple times across the U.S. before victims realized their information was compromised.
Yeah, they was running rapid.
Yeah, according to the evidence during the week-long trial, Carlos Tejeda recruited several friends, including Peleas, to create shell companies and gather credit card processing terminals, which allow Carlos to swipe counterfeit cards encoded with stolen card numbers. Juan Tejeda's primary role was to encode the counterfeit cards for his father, Carlos. It says once the stolen funds were deposited to the shell company bank accounts, Carlos or Juan would keep a set percentage of the money for themselves. Thousands of credit card charges occurred across 9 shell companies, totaling over $2.6 million during the fraud. 9 people were victimized and sentenced for the fraud scheme. Among those, Carlos Tejeda was sentenced to 16 years, Juan Tejeda 15, and Peleas to 6 years. Bless you.
Pardon me, y'all. Bless me. Excuse me. All of those. That sneeze was vicious. I lost my train of thought for a second. Damn. So them niggas was scheming.
Scheming their asses off. 2.6 million. That's what they got to keep, I guess, or took out.
Yeah, we had one. This is an update, and I just can't remember particulars about it. We talked about it on here, but I remember he was a friend of mine, but it was in the news. James Lancaster. They had been stealing from like nonprofits and shit. We talked about it on here. It was like early because it's when he got convicted like 2 days ago.
Oh shit!
On the news, and I was like, damn, he just now getting convicted. I mean, like I thought he'd been convicted. They ended up giving him 40 months for some shit like that. 40 months in federal prison. They said he stole like 1.3 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, I almost made these niggas fecals, but I needed the Florida man, so I didn't.
Be like that.
And my fecals they pretty good. One of them's good. But Orlando teens from the 438 gang, guess there's somebody down there, did a drive-by shooting at the wrong house, killing a 6-year-old girl and a 19-year-old man.
Damn.
They're being charged with first-degree murder. 4 teenagers been arrested. Authorities arrested 2 17-year-old boys on a first-degree murder charge for the August shooting on Pappy Avenue that left a 6-year-old Alea Handsome and 19-year-old Isaiah Wright dead with a They already had a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old in police custody, and they just arrested another 16-year-old.
Mm.
Yeah, all in custody on the same charge. They identified the group allegedly responsible for the shooting as the 438 gang, whose members fired at the Poppy Avenue home as part of an ongoing beef with the Carver Shore boys. The drive-by resulted in deaths of the 6-year-old girl and the 9-year-old, and it was the wrong house.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, the target, the victims were not the intended target. It was the wrong house. Yeah.
Niggas need to get their shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
faced
sad.
first degree murder charges, and it all stemmed from them going back and forth on social media.
Go to the wrong fucking house.
Yep.
That's sad, man.
Yeah.
I got another sad one. It ain't that sad. It's sex, drugs, death.
Jesus. It sounds sad to me, brother.
It says a boy was in the room as mom has drug-fueled sex with 2 men, and one died.
Did one of the men died?
That's what it says.
They got their heart went out, huh?
I ain't read this one, so.
Okay.
It says a Florida woman is accused of having her 11-year-old son in the same room while she had sex with 2 men, one of whom died in the bed. I should have called it what I wanted to call it then. Killer pussy.
I'm about to say, I was hitting the bottle. I'm about to say, what did you want to call it?
I waited for you to put it down.
Thank God.
It said it happened early Sunday, September 10th, at the Hammock Beach Golf Resort and Spa in Palm Coast. The sheriff's office said in the news release. Palm Coast is about 85 miles northeast of Orlando. A woman called 911 reported CPR was in progress on an unresponsive male. A 60-year-old male was then pronounced deceased by responding medical personnel. Various narcotics and drug paraphernalia were located in the resort room. The reporting party confirmed the drug activity ensued overnight. It was revealed that the woman's 11-year-old son had been present in the room overnight while she used the narcotics with the 60-year-old male and while she engaged in sexual activities with both of the adult men. A cause of death for the man and his identity have not been released.
11 years old is
Yeah.
way too old to be. No age is okay for that. But, at certain ages, you forget things.
Yeah.
11 is not a forgettable age. That will be a memory for his existing years.
And check this out. It's reported that the 32-year-old woman who lives in Palm Coast brought her son to the resort in the middle of the night so she could engage in narcotic use and sexual activities.
So they called her up for the train.
Yeah, and she came and brought the boy with her. She couldn't find a
was
babysitter.
11. She could have left him at home.
I know. The woman told authorities she believed the 60-year-old was asleep, but did notice he was snoring unusually during the night. She left the property, and the other adult male decided to leave her child in the same room. Oh, excuse me. She left the property with the other adult male and decided to leave her child in the same room as the other guy. They returned several hours later to find the 60-year-old man deceased with the 11-year-old child still in the room. The Florida Department of Children and Families took custody of the boy.
Yeah.
His mother was arrested for child neglect without great bodily harm and was being held on a $15,000 bond.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Okay.
She's a bitch for that one. You
Mine is
take your damn kids.
Yeah, that nigga could have watched himself.
That's fucked up.
That'd have been better than leaving him in the room with a dead nigga.
come on now.
Did you see the video of the Florida football coach cussing one of the players out?
Man, he got his ass whooped.
Which one?
The coach.
We talking about the same one?
Yeah.
Who
Then he
was that?
came back and apologized later.
And suspended himself.
Yeah.
That's my Florida man.
Okay.
He
They was from Florida? I didn't know that.
He suspended himself. Florida football coach suspends himself after being caught on video verbally attacking a player.
Man, that shit was horrible too, man.
Yeah. You want to be a real motherfucker? You want to be a...
Little bitch.
Yeah.
You my bitch.
Florida preparatory school football coach suspends himself after he was slammed for verbally attacking a football player on his team. Derek Jinks, 45, is stepping away as head coach after a video circulated on social media of him cursing aggressively at one of his players. Jinks was recorded getting in the player's face and repeatedly yelling at him to do something.
Yeah.
Jinks, the head coach and founder of Southwest Florida Preparatory. Nigga, that sounds like some BS High type shit. But Preparatory and Technical Institute in Naples, Florida, made a post on Facebook saying he was suspending himself. I'm going to do what I can to seek mentorship for myself to be a better coach and mentor to my players, and so that I can make sure that this never happens again, he says. The player Alvin Day, who he verbally assaulted, sat next to him when he made the video.
Yeah, he did.
I'm glad he's holding himself to the same standards that he holds us to, they said. I'm hoping we can move forward and become a better team after this. That was a quick little story. That video was crazy.
That video was, boy, I wanted to jump through that motherfucker and help the little dude.
Yeah.
Well, not little dude, because he's a, you know.
He's a high schooler, so he's a little dude.
Man.
Because that's a grown man. So
yeah.
he's a little dude compared to that adult.
Talking shit to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you hard. Now, he know if that motherfucker would have got up and whooped his ass.
That'd have been, yeah.
You know, I don't give a fuck how big he is. That, man, come on, man. You don't talk that way. You mad, you just stay mad. You give motherfuckers some drills to run or some shit. You know, you work better as a coach.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't get in their face and, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Because he called him all of that. All of that.
He was highly disrespectful.
Shit. We better take this non-disrespectful break.
Yes, sir, because these legs is talking.
Nigga, my hip, I'm over
They probably
here.
looking like, why the fuck he keep rubbing his legs?
Shit, nigga, if they watching me, they watching why the hell I keep moving the way I'm moving. I'm trying to make this motherfucker not hurt. We getting old, baby.
Hell yeah. We be back.
Break time. Nigga, I'm over here going through it. We back from a much needed break.
Yes, sir.
You got any melanated, brother?
Nah, actually, I don't.
I got one.
All right.
Congratulations to Miss Coco Gauff for winning her first ever Grand Slam title at the age of 19.
That's tennis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bravo to her.
Yeah, she congratulations, and she's a Florida native. So, congratulations to Florida native Coco Gauff for winning the U.S. Open for her first Grand Slam title. She becomes the first teenager to win the U.S. Open since Serena Williams in 1999.
Damn.
Yeah.
They tried to, the bitch tried to snub her though.
Mm-hmm.
You see that shit? Or they say it was 2.5 hours?
But it didn't work.
Nah. And then tried to motherfucking cry about it.
Yeah, it didn't work. The black excellence shined through.
And she called her out in a professional way.
Yep.
She gonna say, "Hey, come on now. When I do that stuff, y'all up on it. But how come she get to take so long?"
Yeah. So yeah, just congratulations to her, Miss Coco Graff.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, young lady. Hopefully we cause you know Serena's reign is about over.
Yeah,
Then you put in the work, baby girl. You can go ahead and retire.
go ahead and keep on doing Subway commercials.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a new between that girl and that half Asian, half black girl that beat Serena that last time. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name for shit either.
Remember she took a little break from it because of mental health.
Keep wanting to say Sukiyana, but that's not it.
That's Sukiana's that nasty girl.
Yeah, I know. She wanted to get her coochie scratched.
Yeah, now that's Sexy Red that with her coochie scratched.
No, that was Sukiyana over in Europe.
Oh yeah. But you know that's a line from Sexy Red's song.
Oh, okay.
From that Pound Town song.
Okay.
She said she's trying to get her coochie scratched, and the next line she said she's trying to get her coochie stretched. Yeah.
Hey.
They did that motherfucker. They had that little remix. That motherfucker Sexy Red came on. You know that? Have you heard that song? Bow, bow,
Yeah,
bow,
I heard
bow.
that. Her and Lotto.
Yeah, you heard the remix?
Yeah.
That motherfucker came and said, bow, 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 bow. Nothing my coochie, nigga. I said, oh, man. Sexy Red got to stay away from me. I'd have me a little hood red, baby. I don't know why I like her.
I don't know either.
I can't figure it out. It's my inner ratchet, man. It just be coming out the weirdest times. Because I personally can't even stand hood rats, but man, BM number 5.
Damn. That's funny.
I'd be so sad. I'd be telling niggas like, man, I ain't gonna believe what I did. So ashamed of myself.
Silly.
But it was so much fun. Bow, 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 bow. No. It's time
For them good old fecals.
for the percolator. No, it's time for the fecals.
Weekly fecals.
Them fecals. You want me to kick it off?
How many you got? I got 2.
I got 2.
Okay.
My first one, this nigga had a problem with the wait time for the pizza.
What?
Tennessee man pleads guilty to threatening Little Caesars worker with an AK-47 over the pizza wait. The wait time for the pizza. Charles Dottie Jr., 64, admitted that he pointed an AK-47 in the face of a Little Caesars staffer who was working her first day at a chain location in November 2021
Oh, yeah, she quit.
because he felt his pizza order was taking too long. He ordered a pepperoni pizza but became impatient when his hot and ready wasn't ready and was told it would take 10 minutes. He left the restaurant, went to his car, and returned back with an AK-47 while demanding a free order of Little Caesars crazy bread for the wait as he pointed the AK-47 in the person's face.
Oh, shit.
Another, in the lady's face. Another customer who had just received her pizza handed him her pizza to defuse the situation. He took her pizza and his free order of crazy bread and left before cops arrived in response to the staffer's 911 call. They eventually, through surveillance cameras, figured out who he was and went and locked him up.
I know how they found him. He paid with a credit card.
Probably.
He paid with that credit card, dumbass nigga.
Well, Dottie subsequently pled guilty to all 4 counts. He subsequently pled guilty to 4 counts of aggravated assault on August 23rd. He will be sentenced on September 29th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, more power to him. He did what he did.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Dirty motherfucker.
I got a bad mother.
Uh-oh.
A mom locked 6-year-old son out of car Well, you got that
No,
one?
no, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you was.
Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, mom locked 6-year-old son out of car. Then he's killed trying to get in.
What?
Yeah, it's happened in California.
My God.
A mother is accused of running over her son with her car
What?
as he chased after her. That's what California police say. Melissa Dameron,
Die in jail, bitch.
42, locked her 6-year-old son out of the car in the morning of August 22nd. The Corona Police Department said in a September 7th news release. He then chased after her as she drove away from the Corona home. He tried to open her car door as Dameron continued driving.
Fell down
The
and
boy
got
then
ran over.
The boy then fell into the roadway where he was run over by the car. The boy was taken to a hospital where he later died.
Jesus
Police
Christ.
said evidence showed Darmon, Wait a minute. It is spelled different. So it's still Dameron. All right. Police showed evidence that Dameron was aware the boy was close enough to the vehicle to present a hazard, and she drove with gross negligence, causing her son's death. Neither drugs nor alcohol played a factor in the incident, according to the police.
Just shitty mothering.
Yeah, it says police said they arrested Dameron on September 7th, and she is facing charges of vehicular homicide, manslaughter, and child endangerment. She was released from custody after posting a $50,000 bail. Police said they forwarded the case to the Riverside County District Office Attorney, and that's it. That just talks about how far the city is, but that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
She ain't want that boy. That's crazy.
That's terrible. Well, I think we about to get our first ever trifecta fecal. It's one fecal that leads to two other subsequent fecals.
Oh, two other fecalins? Okay.
And they're all famous people.
Really?
Yeah. So, were you a fan of the 70s show?
Oh, you talking about Danny Masterson? Yeah.
Did you see what's going on in?
Yeah, I was going to talk about it last week, but I didn't bring it up.
Okay. So you see he's been convicted?
Yeah, 30 years.
Okay.
To life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was actually convicted a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And he was going through the appeal phase. So, judge has sentenced the 70s show actor Danny Matheson to 30 years to life in prison for raping two women, which he is the original fecal. Danny Matheson was sentenced Thursday to 30 years to life in prison for raping two women more than 2 decades ago at his Hollywood Hills home. Matheson was hit with the sentence 4 months after he was convicted of the two rape counts he faced in Los Angeles. He had been charged with raping 3 women identified at trial in 2001, from 2001 to 2003. Madison did not take the stand in either of his trials. He has, through his lawyers, repeatedly denied sexual assaulting the women. But it's very clear that he did this shit, right?
Yeah.
Very clear. And basically money just kept him from going to jail for a long time and
holding him up.
Holding him up. He stretched out 20 years.
Yeah,
he was
because
convicted.
it's been a long time.
Yeah, which, and I didn't know about the initial conviction.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to why I never saw him on anything else.
Yeah.
Because you saw everybody else from that show do wild other shit.
And they was on the remake.
Yeah.
Like they made special appearances, except for him.
Fez has been all over the place doing all types. He hosted Your Mama and all that shit on TV. And
what's the other dude? What's his name? Eric.
Eric. The main son. He was on the reboot. He's been all over a bunch of other shit.
He was on Spider-Man. He was one of the Venoms.
He was one of the Venoms.
Yeah.
Well, and my second fecal goes to Ashton Kutcher.
What he do?
And his wife, Mila.
I don't know.
Mila is
I thought he was married to Demi Moore.
No, that was a long time ago.
Oh.
He's married to The little love interest from the '70s show.
Oh, the I don't know what
The
she
little
is.
skinny, she's something else.
The brunette.
No, the dark haired one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the brunette. Yeah,
yeah.
Mila Kutas,
I don't know her name,
Kutas.
but I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he's married to her.
That's crazy.
They're married,
Huh?
and this is why it goes to them, right? They wrote extensive letters of character letters
Mm.
to the judge in the sentencing of Buddy
In his defense.
after the conviction, though.
I mean, in his defense, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is my thing, right? All right, that's your friend, blah 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 blah. If they'd have wrote those letters prior to the conviction,
Mm.
prior to all the evidence, prior to everything,
That made sense.
that'd make sense.
But
they wrote
now,
they wrote these letters after the conviction
right?
in hopes of sentence
To
relieve some of the sentencing due to uh, subsequent pressure from the world after they found this out. They just released a statement saying, we're sorry about to the families and this and the third.
Right.
We didn't. We were just, this, that, and for blah 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 for a friend, bruh. I don't give a fuck how much a motherfucker is a friend. If they out here raping bitches,
nah, you can't
you
have
can't
that.
do shit like that.
He got to go in the world on his own. He got to go. What'd you say? Idaho.
I mean, you can put something on his books if you care about him, but,
Right. He got to do that time.
but this is even the kicker. Ashton Kutcher is one of the lead. He basically donates a lot of money and has a lot of charities for sex trafficking victims and rape victims and things of this nature. Mila Kuntach, whatever the fuck her name is, just finished portraying a rape victim in a movie that she just done. And like this, like you motherfuckers is leading the race and shit against this shit.
Right.
And because this nigga was a friend 20 years ago, maybe he still is a friend,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a rapist.
That's what I don't understand, man. Like, you got all this money, you got the fame. Well, I ain't gonna say you got all the money, but at least have the fame.
Yeah. You got enough fame to fuck who you want to fuck. You ain't
There
gotta
you
take
go.
none.
Why are you taking it?
Cause it'd be a thing for them. That'd be like a sickness.
That's a real sickness. It goes with like football players too.
Necrophilia. And yeah. It'd be like some power trip shit. No
Yeah.
one tells me no type shit.
Fuck out of here.
So it's a trifecta, man. Half the cast of the '70s show gets the fecal of the week today.
I feel that.
Yeah. And he should rot under the jail.
You done with that one?
Yeah.
And then this is my last one. And this goes to an Indiana man.
Oh shit.
It's called Now Hear This.
Okay.
Man accidentally left his mom a voicemail of him murdering her boyfriend.
Whoa.
Then kicked and taunted him with racial slurs. Cody Allen Wade of Clay County and Carl Haviland French Funeral Home. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Anyway, a 33-year-old man in Indiana will likely spend the remainder of his life behind bars for fatally stabbing his mother's boyfriend for having disrespected him and accidentally recorded the entire attack on his mother's voicemail. Clay County Superior Court Judge Robert A. Pell last week ordered Cody Allen Wade to serve a sentence of 85 years in a state correctional facility for the 2020 slaying of Carl Haviland. Court documents reviewed by Law and Crime show. A 12-person jury last month found Wade guilty on one count each of murder, resisting law enforcement, and battery against a public safety official. as well as 2 counts of battery resulting in bodily injury to a public safety official. The jury also found that Wade was a habitual offender, resulting in a sentencing enhancement. In a 5-page sentencing order obtained by Law and Crime, Pell wrote that Wade had a history of criminal and delinquent behavior that was extensive and serious. He noted that on the date of the murder, Wade had already accumulated 12 prior criminal convictions and was on probation. Yeah, it was on probation for arson conviction. According to the court documents, Wade on June 18, 2020 left a cookout and stopped by a friend's house, telling the friend that he was going to kill someone.
Whoa.
The friend attempted to talk Wade out of this notion, but was unsuccessful.
Whoa.
Wade then walked several blocks to the residence where he and his mother both lived. On his way home, on his way to the home, Wade called his mother and left her a voicemail. However, he accidentally failed to properly end the call and instead left his mother a voicemail that included the entire attack of Haviland. Judge Pell wrote that the particular manner in which Wade planned and killed Haviland clearly illustrated that he deserved an enhanced sentence. It says related coverage. It says obviously murder contemplates causing the death of another person, but in this case, the defendant reportedly stabbed Carl Haviland not only in front of the defendant's own mother, but did so in spite of her efforts to physically prevent him from committing the crime. Thereafter, the defendant kicked and taunted Carl Haviland. This is according to the report from the Tri-City Herald. Wade was angry because he believed his mother had disrespected him. How?
Damn.
Clay County prosecutor Emily Clark told the court that Wade's recording of the murder was particularly egregious. Says all murders are gruesome. I think that this case was so that the fact that the defendant had inadvertently recorded himself throughout the murder, so we were able to hear the entire thing. There was taunting going on. The defendant was making racial slurs at the victim and saying horrible things. Haviland was reported stabbed a total of 4 times. Wade's sentence breaks down as follows: 60 years for murder, with an additional 15 years added to that sentence for the habitual offender enhancement, plus 5 years each for the battery against the public officer charges to be served consecutively or one after the other. The sentences for the remaining charges will be served concurrently.
Jesus.
Yeah, he killed his mom's boyfriend because his mom disrespected him.
Jesus.
I wonder what she did.
Oh no, that nigga.
She didn't leave his SpaghettiOs out. I just be wondering, man, like, what the fuck did they do, man? You that mad at a motherfucker? Go take a walk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your friend tried to calm you down. You should have went with your friend and smoked that joint.
Yep.
You decided you wanted to go in there. You know what I'm saying? Give up your man.
Shit.
And give up your man's butt. That's what's gonna happen to him. But you want to record something? Now here it is. Going to jail.
These niggas is going to jail. What's the name of this one?
They going to jail.
They going to jail. I thought so. I was like, because we can't call it you niggas is going to jail. That'll get us a blizzard on YouTube.
They going to jail / Thot Plug.
Thot Plug? Yeah, because this motherfucking Thot Plug over here fucking with us. I'm like, oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Shit, we all done with this jump.
Yes, sir. That's another week.
That's the end of 118.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure.
They going to jail / Thot Plug.
Thot Plug, ass plug. We appreciate y'all rocking with us as always.
Like, subscribe, tell a friend, always tell a friend.
And then tell that friend and tell a friend.
That tells another friend.
And tell their mama. These niggas know your mama. We out of here.
We out before we get shot.